One second. Now,
Very
can
tough
you?
listening.
That's okay. Hello, 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 everyone. We are here for the fourth episode of Thoughtful Thursday. We can see a lot of people on Instagram, and
Hi,
we
Anjumaki.
have with us a special person. And for me, this episode is very special because
Hi,
the guest
Pallavi.
who is here is somebody who I know since I think I can say it since I was born. We know each other, and I've seen this girl's journey. I've seen how she has struggled and reached the acme of success. And before I
Wow.
start, I would like to tell you one thing that your greatest responsibility is to love yourself, to know that you are enough. And with that thought, we are going to start with episode number 4 of Thoughtful Thursday. And we have with us Ayesha Khan Grover, my bestie, my chuddy buddy, and an award winning styling and makeover trainer who has spent more than a decade in this industry being a trainer. And she has been associated with amazing international brands. She has trained so many people. She has owned a lot of salons in the city. She's from New Delhi. And the most important thing that she end the decade, now if we see beauty and hair industry, it's at a boom. People are loving it. All the influencers are there who are trying makeup, making videos, and it's just at its height. But she was daring enough to take that step in the year of 2000s. And when we millennials were there, that time, it was, our parents were very strict. For us, taking such a step was very difficult and tough. That is the time when she took this step and made it big in this industry. Welcome, Aisha. How do you feel coming on Thoughtful Thursday?
Thank you so much, Uzma. तुम्हें तुम्हारे पैसे पहुंच जाएंगे इतनी तारीफ करने के.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Coach Uzma. And of course, Nanda ji is not with us, but she is there with us
Hmm.
for inviting me. And I, on behalf of the whole salon and beauty industry, and the whole artist community, I'm extremely grateful for you considering me to be being a friend is a different thing. It is something to be extremely grateful about you considering this industry as something which is hopefully impacting young minds and young generation, and wherein they could probably utilize and implicate the fact कि कैसे अपने प्रोफेशन के अंदर अपने पैशन को आप how to add passion in your profession, and how to probably follow your profession along with adding the kind of spirit it requires for you to be successful in whatever you are doing.
Absolutely. And trust me, you have done enough to be here on Thoughtful Thursday. So I
Thank
know
you so
you are
much.
grateful, but I have seen you since, I mean, we cannot even remember. I think 30 plus years we have been together, and I've seen how you have, with the dignity and with the ethics of work, you have made it big, that now people know you and people appreciate your craft. बट बात यहाँ पे वही आती है आयशा, दैट व्हेन वी वर millennials, gen z's, I feel, are more stronger in terms of their thought process. We were not that. We were the guinea pigs of our parents. हम लोगों को बहुत टाइम लगा adulthood पे आके समझने में that that we can actually think of our own choices. So now, as I said, that the industry is booming, and a lot of people and even the parents are um, supporting people who are coming in the makeup and hair industry. And you chose it that time. What made you choose the career, this unconventional career, at that time, back then, 10, 12 years ago?
Yeah, so as you know, I was the eldest in my family, and I lost my father when I was in my college. So that was the time. Before that, I don't remember कि मैंने कभी career को seriously लिया हो, या probably doing a job or making money was ever something that I have ever thought of. So when I lost my father, and I realized probably like there was a kind of a tower moment when I realized that I need to probably start doing something. So at that time I got a job, which with the help of my boyfriend then and husband now, uh, and I joined that job, which was basically in an educational studio of L'Oreal or Matrix, you can say. So that is the place from where I understood, okay, this is how this industry looks like, this is how it feels like, and I could basically take a feel of the place, and I quite related to it. And once I was a part of it, so I fell in love with everything about it, the work culture, the work ethics, all things fancy, salon and services, traveling, and most important, educating and inspiring people, and having an impact over people who are probably watching you.
Nice. So that's amazing because, I mean, that's how life is. As coaches, also, we often say this thing. And in our last episode, when we had Lokesh Verma, who is among the best tattoo artists in the world, he said ki you have to try 10 number of things, and then you then come to know what is your true finding and you relate to it. So maybe it was a circumstance or situation that led you to this part, but then eventually you understood that this is your passion. So
True.
that comes to the next question, Aisha, that how did your family and friends take your decision when, I mean, I know you were pursuing psychology honors in your graduation, and from there taking a turn which was like completely 360-degree to beauty and fashion. Of course it was the need of the hour, but एक होता है ना कि पेरेंट्स को भी लगता नहीं, बेटा थोड़ा रुक जाओ, अपनी फील्ड में ढूंढ लेना कुछ, या try a little bit more. So how did your peer and your family react?
Uh, I have been extremely blessed, Uzma. You have seen that. And in those blessings, you are a huge, huge part of it. And similarly, extremely supportive. Everything in that way when I had to actually choose this industry as my career, be it when I was, yes, I remember hearing statements like when I was going for this, because professionally I have done a hair course, I have not done a makeup course. So when I was doing that course, my mom was like, क्या बोलेंगे लोग, पठानों की बेटी नाई बन चुकी है. So I was like, okay, mummy, किसी को फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि what a Pathan ki beti is doing to earn that thing
Money.
that I need to do right now. So, but she was very, very, supportive. And in fact, the kind of fees that I was supposed to pay at that time, तो मैं जस्ट कॉलेज से बाहर आई थी और उसके बाद मैंने नौकरी करनी शुरू कर दी थी, और फिर जॉब करने के बाद आई रियलाइज दैट आई वांट टू लर्न इट प्रॉपर्ली एंड आई वांट टू do something better than what I'm doing right now. So that was the time when I felt कि the fees that I need to pay for this course, probably it's a huge amount. Like मुझे हजारों में डील करना आता था या 100 में डील करना आता था, और suddenly when I heard something in lakhs, and I was like a little, I did not know if we could afford it or not.
True.
So, and the company with which I was working was ready to offer me a course, but with a condition that I need to work with them after that course. So when I discussed this with my mom, and my mom was like, what made you feel that you will have to, take their, this thing
This contract.
that, yeah. So what is the need of going for a contract like that if you want to learn? You can definitely go for it, and we can definitely afford it. So it's nothing that we will not be able to, it's nothing impossible that you need to follow a contract like that. So that
Right.
was the time that made me practically and like with a certificate enter in the industry.
That's amazing. So it's actually very good, when the people who are our support system, if they
Yeah.
agree to the decision that we make in our life, especially एक ऐसा decision जिसमें हम खुद एक process में है, we are
Yes,
still
even
in a battle.
even my husband. So at that time he was like, you go ahead, don't worry, like I'm there. When I was going there, I remember I was not worried about like how we are going to take care of the whole thing. And for that course, you remember, we moved also, like I moved
Yes.
uh,
Hmm.
to complete that course. So that was very sweet of them, and very flexible of them, that they were all, and till date also you see how, flexible things are, that
Yes.
they are so supportive.
Yes, and not to forget that your hard work also proved a lot, and the support became stronger and stronger after that. I will take
That's
the
very
credit that
kind
I
of
have
you.
always believed in you. I
That's
always had
very
that
kind of
faith.
you. Yes, absolutely.
I
So
knew
right
that
from
whatever you were going to do.
all the
Yes.
things, everything. Yes.
Great. So, coming and diving a little bit deeper into, this makeup industry that we have, Aisha,
Hmm.
I really want to know here because this is something that I come across a lot. And before talking about the conventional things about the makeup and the skin and everything, this one question had been alarming me a lot. That is, women have always been into makeup and grooming, and it's very much acceptable. But now we see a lot of men also who show interest in grooming. I mean,
Hmm.
I know a lot of fashion influencers who are my friends and who would make sure. I mean, I would not be that much aware and particular about getting my pedicure and stuff, but they would be. So there are a lot of metrosexual men who are now very aware, but they are still mocked by the people or the men who want to flaunt their machoism by saying कि ये तो नकली मर्द है और असली मर्द तो वही होता है जो जिसके पसीने में खुशबू है या जिसके छाती के बाल है and all those BS that is there. So what would you like to say to such people who kind of do down metrosexual men?
Uh, so I hope everybody can we explain metrosexual a bit, because again we have a little difference in the opinion for what people think it that way. So, Coach Uzma,
Yeah.
how about you explaining what metrosexuality is, and
Yes.
probably then I can throw some more light on it.
ट्रू सो एक तो सेक्सुअलिटी वर्ड जब आता है ना तो उसी से ही पीपल हैव अ लॉट ऑफ मिथ्स रिलेटेड टू इट सो फर्स्ट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड मेट्रोसेक्सुअल men are those who are men who are straight in their orientation but they are men who are aware of their skin, their grooming. They would be conscious about being neat and clean and hygienic, be properly primed up, they would get their proper cut, then they would invest money in their self care and grooming. So such kind of
Hmm.
men, like you have seen Saif Ali Khan in Kal Ho Na Ho in that song, he's in the salon and with all the girls he's dancing and has having that blow dryer in his hand. So those are the kind of people who are metrosexual men. And people mock at them saying that they are not manly enough because they are taking care of their grooming. So what do you have to say about that, Aisha?
Oh, well, I feel it's all about what kind of, it's not about gender. So, self love, if somebody is investing, towards their looks, and if they are, conscious about how they are smelling, if they are conscious about if they have pedicured feet, I don't, I really, I mean, I support people who are comfortable in their own skin and not willing to, go ahead and making some changes about it. And people who are
Absolutely.
so it's no, I don't think so it's gender. Yes, it was different earlier. It is much common these days. We see more awareness in people and more self love towards them. So I think it has to do with self love, nothing to
I
do with
agree.
gender. Yeah.
And I feel it's really important for men to also experience self love. Why? Because a lot of pressure, of course, we women face, but our men also have so much pressure of keeping everything inside, not being emotional. There is so much of gender stereotyping around men also that I mean, if they do, they कोई अगर लड़का रो देता है तो उसको सिसी कह दिया जाता है या अगर if somebody likes to wear colors abhi if I'm using this term feminine color so that I'm also stereotyping it kind of but then a lot of people would make fun and this is how, through childhood the bullying starts and so many things. And I really appreciate, Aisha, that you said that it's not about gender. This line is so powerful. Self love is, and we'll see self love all around women. This is such a nice statement that you pass, that it is
Yeah.
irrespective
And
of gender.
probably I feel because it's the role of the gender only, that they are all the time so busy, like physically busy with having a specific kind of a schedule, and not able to integrate into, like probably they are not able to experience or completely how they are feeling, because they never get a chance to do that. And that is
Absolutely.
why this need of self love is seen more common in female
Agreed.
as compared to male. So like probably there is more this acceptance is there
Hmm.
commonly, and common acceptance of the role, like as in they are happy being at work and feeling okay about how they are looking, rather than feeling good about looking good.
Yeah, you're right. That's actually a powerful statement, and people have to actually think about it. That they are good the way they feel, that इसी situation में ठीक है, but they should actually accept the fact that they can feel good. They're free to feel good if they are groomed. Wow, that's wonderful. Now, we did talk about these things, but uh, one thing which I feel is very important, and being a science student, I know that the most important cell or tissue of our body is our skin, Aisha. And I feel it is the least paid heed to. I mean, if be it our mothers, or even, I mean, I would say that I'm also guilty of it, that I do not take care of my skin that much. So what are the basic things, quick things that a person can do to take care of his or her face or skin, that we would like to know from you?
So basic regime to follow:
Yeah.
water. Water is something which is like, if you are keeping yourself hydrated, it is something that will show and glow everywhere, on your skin, in your hair, in your attitude. So that is one thing I think everybody should be keeping themselves as hydrated as possible. Not that you are having water till the time you feel like you cannot get up, you cannot move, and you feel shit about yourself, but keep having water in small portions as regularly as you can. Right. And then very important, very basic thing that we all miss is a regular cleansing, toning and moisturizing routine, which should be followed like every single day. Yeah.
Oh.
So cleansing means choosing a right face wash for yourself according to your skin, something that suits you, something that suits your pocket, something that suits the skin type that you have, something which acts as a toner. It can be even rose water, or it can be anything that helps you tone your skin a bit. Like we need exercise for our body, like we need some kind of muscle training for our body to keep it toned. Similarly, we need some kind of toner after cleansing, because our pores get open, so they are at a very vulnerable kind of a situation physically also. If you have just cleansed your face nicely, and a layer of your sebum and dirt is cleansed, so your skin is really vulnerable, so you better tone it first so that your pores minimizes as much as they can, and then you
Oh.
moisturize it with the right kind of moisturizer. So this is again basic to premium. You can choose a basic brand that suits you and that suits your pocket, and you can use a luxury brand. It's up to you. Yeah. And then another very important thing is, Uzma, we are very less aware. We know everything, still we don't know anything. Like I meet a lot of clients and I'm like, how's your skin? So they have nothing much to talk about it. At the max कोई मुझे कह देगा कि मेरी स्किन सेंसिटिव है, just because उनको ब्रश चुभ सकता है, राइट? सो एट द मैक्स आई वुड हेयर कि हाँ शायद कॉम्बिनेशन है, ड्राई है, ऑयली है, इस तरीके की थोड़ी इन्फॉर्मेशन क्लाइंट्स के पास होती है, और वो भी यूजुअली नहीं होती. दे आस्क मी, यू टेल मी व्हाट काइंड ऑफ स्किन डू आई हैव. So a little awareness of everything about you for your own self is important. So
Hmm.
basically it is your skin care, your regimes, your lifestyle, everything is directly proportional to your awareness about your own self, about your skin, about your hair, about your body. And when you will know its need, you will know what you can do about those needs.
True.
Yeah, so being aware about the kind of skin that you have, about the kind of schedule your body follows, what kind of cycles that your body follows. Not only about, it's not only about the cycle that is involved in our there is not a single biological cycle that we need to check. हमें अपने बारे में इतनी अवेयरनेस होनी चाहिए कि दिस इज हाउ माई स्किन रिएक्ट्स टू, this is how my skin behaves in the morning, this is how my skin is or feels
In
like
the
right
daylight.
after when I clean it, right after when I wash my face. How does my skin feels when I just put some moisturizing lotion, or maybe some coconut oil or some
Right.
serum. So these kind of things you should know. Like मैंने देखा है कि लोग एक्ने से इतना ज्यादा घबरा जाते हैं कि they just stop using any sort of moisturizers on their faces. And I have done that
Oh.
myself. Like, I used to be so scared of the acne and the feeling that it used to cause, that I used to really feel that, probably I should just not moisturize my face at all. No matter how flaky it will turn out of dryness, मगर मैं बिल्कुल avoid करा करती थी. सो ऐसे लोग होते हैं, मैं देखती हूँ, लोग बिल्कुल ड्राई स्किन होती है, द मैक्सिमम दे वुड डू इज वॉश देयर फेस फॉर देयर स्किन.
True. True.
Yeah, so awareness is very very important. And Uzma, one very important thing to notice is that awareness leads to acceptance.
True. Absolutely.
Once you
Yes.
are aware कि भाई मेरे बाल इस कलर के हैं, मेरे बाल सफेद आते हैं, आफ्टर फ्यू मंथ्स ऑफ कलरिंग आई विल सी व्हाइट हेयर. सो अ लिटिल एक्सेप्टेंस इज आल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बहुत
Yeah.
ज्यादा मुझे कई बार ऐसा, खैर आई एम वेरी ब्लेस्ड विद वेरी गुड क्लाइंट्स आल्सो. सो क्लाइंट्स भी
Hmm.
बहुत समझदार हैं मेरे, और मैं बहुत पैली हूँ अपने क्लाइंट्स के साथ. लेकिन कई बार इतनी अनरियलिस्टिक एक्सपेक्टेशंस होती हैं कि with the reference that they are showing us, and with the kind of
Neglected skin
the
they have.
care and the
Hmm.
kind of love they have given to their skin is so evident. And I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah, why not?
True, I understand. They want, they would neglect their skin throughout their life, and then they would be like, suddenly, "Aaj mere ko kuch aisa miracle kar do that I look like a Cinderella or some Disney princess," isn't it?
True.
Right. And any other point in this skincare?
Yes, of course, after awareness I would also uh, awareness is important, but
Hmm.
awareness will lead to self love, right? And there is a very fine difference between self love and toxic self love. So
True.
I don't know how do I explain that, Uzma, but I think it is very important to have an acceptance that okay, this is how my skin is, this is how my body is, and I need to feel good about it. Are no major changes that I can make about it, and if there are some major changes, I can. So having
Hmm.
that, this kind of acceptance is important. But
True.
there are certain things about me which I am not liking, which is affecting me, which is affecting my behavior, which is affecting everything that surrounds me, but I will not change it
Hmm.
because I have accepted it. So
True.
this is, if you think that you have got acne, do something about it. Accept it to a limit. When you might feel age का भी होता है, hormonal भी होता है, और there is nothing to be ashamed of them, right? मगर if
Hmm.
they are bothering you, are you doing something about them, or are you just waiting for it to become something else,
Agreed.
something which is much more than that? Also, one more thing that I have experienced is that if there is some kind of trigger that is alarming you, which is so much visible on the surface, it's not inside the body. Say a red rash or some allergy or some kind of kharish or some kind of peeling or some kind
Yeah.
of weird patches, abnormality.
Hmm.
I'm not saying aging. See, aging is something that we all have to face and we all have to accept. But things that are, that are looking alarming, and this is something which I'm telling you from my own experience. So there was an alarm which I noticed much later because I was so occupied over
Stress.
here. Yeah, I was so
Hmm.
busy with my own things, and I never, for a long time, maybe lack of self love था इतना ज्यादा कि अपने आप को देखा नहीं मिरर के अंदर, और ऑब्जर्व ही नहीं किया कि एक अलार्म काफी दिन तक एक लंबे, आई थिंक नंदा मैम इज सेइंग समथिंग, हाय कोच
She's
नंदा.
saying she's saying that I'm a great fan of Aisha and Coach is
Thank you
not,
so
and
much, Nanda ma'am.
we are great
We
fan of
love
you.
you.
Get
We
well.
absolutely love you, Nanda ma'am. We are missing you big time. तो
Yes.
जब कोई अलार्म आपके स्किन पे शो हो रहा है, प्लीज डोंट अवॉइड इट. इट कैन बी anything. So any small cyst, any abnormal creation of,
Mole.
लोगों के गर्दन पे लाइंस बनती हैं. आई डोंट नो इफ यू हैव नोटिस दैट और नॉट, मगर देयर आर सम काइंड ऑफ लाइंस दैट आर देयर ऑन द नेक, विच इज वेरी कॉमनली सीन. अगर आप देखोगे तो आपको एक एज के बाद आपको बहुत कॉमन वो लाइंस दिखाई देंगी. नो मैटर इफ द पर्सन इज ओबेस, नो मैटर व्हाट काइंड ऑफ अ स्ट्रक्चर दैट पर्सन इज, those lines are not just lines, or that line is not sunburn. Excuse me, people come to our salons and they are like, can you detan it, can this be detanned, kya main is pe bleach kara lu? And I have seen females literally spoiling that specific patch of
Patch of the
skin to an extent uh, that I feel
Hmm. We understood
I I cannot
the
explain you
question.
like how much it has been spoiled, how much it has been poked, how much it has been, by various weird ways. So if
Hmm.
something is happening which is looking and making you feel bad, first see a doctor. और डॉक्टर मैं ये नहीं कह रही कि आप एक डर्मैट के पास ही जाओ, महंगा डर्मैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट, नो. You should probably go to a doctor and ask that physician of yours or a basic doctor where you can go and talk calmly, that is this a symptom of something,
Hmm. True,
because
true.
there are a lot of things that could be alarm of you
Hmm.
falling a trap of some hormonal issue, of you falling a trap of some kind of cyst inside the body, of you following a trap of not following any kind of regime of, or of you following a trap of low self love or less self esteem or
Right. In fact,
avoidance. जैसे मैंने
like
I
a lot
I
of
I
people. Hmm. Yeah,
attracted,
sure.
seriously attracted this kind of, I don't know what this is called, but this is actually stress. It's a small
Hmm.
dot which looks like a mole, white color, but it is
Hmm.
at such a wrong place that I feel so weird about it.
Hmm. So, in fact, a lot of people who have these hormonal issues like PCOD or thyroid, it comes on the skin first. These people are,
Correct.
they kind of are more prone to getting skin issues. So, you're
Yeah.
very true about it.
Yeah.
And this was like an eye opener, I would say. Especially I resonate so much with the point of awareness, Aisha, because as coaches, Nandaji and I cannot stop fixating about self awareness. Self awareness, as you said, like about your skin, your body is important. In the same way, awareness about everything, your mental thought process, what are you going through, your emotions. When you have that, you get the power. First of all, as you said, the realization, the acceptance happens, and then it it opens up a path for you to actually walk over it and take some actions to change that situation you are in. जब तक
Right.
हमें अवेयरनेस ही नहीं होती है तब तक तो वी आर जस्ट सिटिंग इन डिनायल एंड वी आर लाइक लिविंग इन अ फूल्स पैराडाइज कि जो हो रहा है वो हो रहा है. द मोमेंट वी हैव दैट aha moment, oh god, this is what is wrong with me, you get the
राशि तुम
power
इधर
to
भी जाओ.
change yourself, right? And coming to my next question, Aisha, um,
Yeah.
there are because we are talking about these misconceptions and so many things. This is something I personally put this question because somehow I've had this journey from being somebody who is not into makeup because of lack of confidence or knowledge, and then moving towards actually being comfortable wearing makeup. Yeah. Especially in my office time, I mean, it took me a transition from somebody to start wearing and becoming confident in that and teaching the entire the employees in the team to wear makeup. So there are a lot of people who are not into makeup, but there can be n number of reasons. First can be lack of knowledge. One can be lack of money, because I mean, that makeup products are expensive. And then one is lack of self confidence, कि मतलब नहीं नहीं, मैं नहीं लगाऊंगी, मैं अजीब सी लगने लग जाऊंगी, I don't know what to do. So I want you to guide them, to at least give them some small step to take that first step, so that they can get that confidence to start wearing makeup. Because makeup is not only just lipa poti, it's about confidence, it's about feeling good about yourself. It completely changes your energy, right? So what would you like to say to such kind of people?
So let's start with that section of people who are not able to wear makeup because they are not confident about makeup. ठीक है. तो कॉन्फिडेंट ना होने वाले लोग जो मेकअप को लेके कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं है, ये दो तरीके के लोग होते हैं. एक वो जो कि दो तरीके के लोग was in which movie? What movie was that?
I don't remember.
ऐसा होगा तो दो बातें होंगी, या तो
हाँ,
ऐसा
there
होगा या
was.
फिर वैसा
या
होगा.
तो वैसा
तो
होगा.
अगर आप नॉन कॉन्फिडेंट हैं अपने मेकअप को लेकर तो ऐसा है तो दो बातें होंगी. या तो आप उन लोगों में से हैं जो कि मेकअप के बगैर ही कंफर्टेबल हैं. ऐसे लोग बहुत बढ़िया लोग होते हैं. ऐसे दिस इज बॉब, यू शुड बी लाइक बॉब. मेकअप है या मेकअप नहीं है, कॉन्फिडेंट होना इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. बीइंग कॉन्फिडेंट इन योर स्किन, whatever it is, this is how it is, and I am happy with it. Unless and until I won't love it, nobody else would love it, right? So
True.
if they are happy and comfortable without wearing makeup, nobody is forcing nobody to wear makeup. ठीक है. वैसे भी हमारे यहाँ हमारी सोसाइटी में तो मेकअप पहनने वालों को जज नहीं करा जाता, लेकिन मेकअप पहनने वालों को, सॉरी, मेकअप ना पहनने वालों को जज करा जाता है. मेकअप पहनने वालों को जज करा जाता है.
और ना
क्या
पहनने वालों
मैंने
को
कुछ
नहीं किया
गड़बड़ बोले?
जाता.
उसको तुम करेक्ट कर दो, उस्मा. शेख
ठीक.
उस्मा जमाल,
but the,
प्लीज.
but then you know what,
Another.
Aisha, sometimes it's a need of the hour. Even if you do not want to wear makeup and you're comfortable, but professionally you might need to wear it, no, if you are in some industry. So for them,
Yes.
then it becomes a difficult task.
Yes, like people who are who don't want to wear makeup because they are so comfortable with them, and they want to be an air hostess, right? Or they want
Yes,
to become a
true.
model. But Usman, tell me one thing: why will somebody want to be a model or an air hostess, and that person would not like to wear makeup? I think
No, Kendall
कोई.
Jenner is one example of this. She is not that much into makeup as Kylie Jenner, but she is a runway model.
No, but then I don't think so. Wearing makeup would be problem for her. She would be
Yeah, it's
somebody
not.
who is like
Hmm.
Katrina Kaif, comfortable with
Hmm.
her own skin, okay to show it, but then not. See,
Yeah.
not being comfortable wearing makeup in a profession, I think, doesn't has a choice. That means इस बंदे को काम ही
Hmm.
नहीं करना. कोई
Hmm.
इंसान काम पे उसको आना है और उसको मेकअप में होना चाहिए, और वो बंदा ऐसा लुटा पिटा आ रहा है और गंदी सी शक्ल लेके सैड दिखाई दे रहा है, तो दैट मींस ही इज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड, ही इज नॉट लविंग द जॉब दैट ही इज डूइंग.
I would
That
not
person
say
doesn't
anything.
needs
I've
makeup. That person needs a switch in the career. Coach
true.
Coach Uzma, that person needs you, not me.
Yeah. Then
ठीक
I will
है.
contact these people.
Yes. तो जो लोग मेकअप करने में कंफर्टेबल नहीं हैं, क्योंकि वो अपनी स्किन में कंफर्टेबल हैं, वो लोग खुश लोग हैं, दे आर हैप्पी पीपल. एंड if people are not able to do makeup because वो कॉन्फिडेंट फील नहीं करते क्योंकि वो मेकअप कर नहीं पाते, क्योंकि
Hmm.
वो जब मेकअप करते हैं तो वो अजीब लगते हैं. इट टर्न्स आउट ग्रे, इट टर्न्स आउट बैड. दे और कुछ ही तरीके का पास्ट एक्सपीरियंस, जैसे कि पहली बार मेकअप किया और सडनली सब हंसने लग गए, या पहली बार
Hmm.
मेकअप करके कहीं पहुंची और किसी से बुले हो गए उस मेकअप की वजह से, या पापा से डांट पड़ गई, मम्मा से डांट पड़ गई, बड़े भाई ने डांट दिया, या
Yes.
किसी ने एम्बैरेस कर दिया. तो इस तरीके के कुछ रीजंस हो सकते हैं कि एक इंसान डरने लग जाए या उसको मेकअप से घबराने लग जाए.
Yeah.
तो इस तरीके के कुछ एक्सपीरियंसेस अगर हुए हैं तो आप मुझे लगता है कि आई थिंक better makeup karna is the answer. If you are liking makeup and you feel like doing, so try it. And then I will explain you how you can probably correct that thing. दूसरी तरीके का वही लोग होते हैं जो गलत मेकअप कर देते हैं या उनका मेकअप कुछ गड़बड़ हो जाता है. इन दैट केस ऑल्सो इट इज लैक ऑफ नॉलेज. अगर लैक ऑफ नॉलेज नहीं होएगी या थोड़ा बहुत आपको सही से करना आता हो, क्योंकि उसमें मेकअप में कुछ रॉन्ग राइट नहीं है. एनीथिंग दैट इज लुकिंग नाइस इज नाइस, राइट? एनीथिंग दैट इज मेकिंग यू फील एंड लुक ब्यूटिफुल इज गुड. तो अगर आप मेकअप इसलिए नहीं कर पा रहे क्योंकि आपसे कुछ गड़बड़ हो रही है, तो आप नॉलेज सीख करिए. ठीक है, नॉलेज सीख करिए, आप छोटे मेजर्स में चीजें लीजिए, आप थोड़े सब्स्टिट्यूट टाइप के ब्रांड्स के लिए जाइए, या आप ज्यादा ऑफन मेकअप के लिए like your entertainment in that way should be makeup. Watch makeup more, go to makeup shops more, try in small measures, seek knowledge, and maybe you can, if that doesn't solve the purpose, then sign up for a course also. And if
Yeah.
something bad experience has taken place, then also in that case also maybe you should give makeup a chance. Try some
True.
professional, get yourself, try a good artist. Probably आपका पहला आर्टिस्ट खराब होगा या पहली बार आपने गलत कम नॉलेज के साथ एक्सप्लोर कर लिया होगा, and might be it was a bad day. तो thinking that you can probably move ahead. और अगर lack of money की वजह से आप मेकअप नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, तो सबसे अच्छी आइडिया है कि seek knowledge through the available sources. अगर आपको मेकअप करना है और पैसा नहीं है, तो पैसा आ जाएगा जब आना होगा. अगर नॉलेज होगी तो जुगाड़ भी करना आ जाएगा, राइट? तो नॉलेज सीख
Nice.
करिए, आप इंटरनेट के थ्रू नॉलेज सीख करिए. अगर कोई मेकअप एंथुसियास्ट है आपके सर्कल में, हैंग अराउंड विद देम मोर, maybe model them more, see what they do, or explore more of makeup artists, follow more bloggers, follow more fashion enthusiasts. So probably that is one way. And then you can also go, there are mild to lower to mild middle ranges available in the market. You can try products from those range, like Fit Me, Maybelline का बहुत ही एक मिडिल रेंज का प्रोडक्ट है. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि मार्केट के अंदर अच्छा क्वालिटी का प्रोडक्ट अवेलेबल नहीं है कम पैसों का. बहुत सस्ते सस्ते प्रोडक्ट्स भी अवेलेबल होते हैं मार्केट के अंदर. अगर हम और ज्यादा एजुकेट करें, सो वी विल सी, अपने आप को और ज्यादा एजुकेट करने से, वी विल सी दैट देयर आर सो मेनी ब्रांड्स हु आर मेकिंग अमेजिंग नेचुरल इंग्रेडिएंट्स, ऑर्गेनिक काइंड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स, एंड दे आर वेरी चीप. मतलब छोटे स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री आप कह लो. एंड देन देयर आर थ्रिफ्ट स्टोर्स अवेलेबल ऑनलाइन. अगर आप और रिसर्च करेंगे, यू विल फाइंड आउट दैट देयर आर थ्रिफ्ट स्टोर्स अवेलेबल. जिस तरीके से कपड़े और फैशन में थ्रिफ्ट स्टोर्स होते हैं एंड यू गेट चीपर फैशन अवेलेबल, you get good brands and cheaper fashion available. इस तरीके से makeup, maybe like I am personally following somebody from Bombay who sells miniatures. तो आप किसी भी ब्रांड के मिनिएचर्स खरीद सकते हैं उसके साथ. She herself is a makeup artist like me, and her other business is selling miniatures. So she literally, damages the products, refills them, measures them, and everything is so satisfying to watch. And you can literally try expensive to luxury premium ranges in small portions. Try them, and you're good to go.
That's great. That's amazing. And so nicely
And
and
lack of
elaborately.
money के लिए
Hmm.
a lot of self love takes nothing. You don't need to spend a penny for self love. Just accepting yourself every single day, whatsoever you are, howsoever you are. And some घरेलू नुस्खे यार, अगर शौक ऐसी जहाँ
Yeah.
चाहे वहाँ रहा है, if you want to
Hmm.
do something, you can do something.
Great.
It's as simple as that.
And yes, I am so happy the way you have elaborated this category wise, Aisha. And I think this is going to give a clarity to a lot of people. And coming to, because you are saying you talked about knowledge, and you said, we can follow a lot of people online, seek knowledge, see a lot of fashion influencers, makeup bloggers, and all. So there comes in a very important question here, that there is a flood of young girls and boys who are giving makeup tips on social media, telling, making videos showing that this you can do, this is how you should do the makeup, despite having a professional certification of, being a makeup artist. So my question to you here is that, do we really need a professional certification to be an ace makeup artist, or you feel it is a skill that can be acquired with watching and modeling the people, who are good at it?
uh, I'm an example of a non-certified makeup artist, and so I would say yes, of course. If you're not certified, and still you have that kind of a craft in your hand, you should take it ahead. But it's not just that, you know a craft and you think you're good at it, and one fine day you decide that probably I will, ruin some perfect days for some people. This is never going to happen, right? Like, you will never. How will somebody who decides to become a makeup artist one day without any certificate or anything, और अगले दिन उसको कैसे कोई क्लाइंट भरोसा कर सकता है? सो यू हैव टू, अगर आप बगैर सर्टिफिकेशन के, बगैर कोर्स के, इफ यू वांट टू बिकम अ मुआ, और इफ यू वांट टू बिकम अ मेकअप आर्टिस्ट और अ फैशन इन्फ्लुएंसर, तो
Hmm.
आपको बहुत ज्यादा प्रैक्टिस की जरूरत है. आपका क्राफ्ट इतना ज्यादा जबरदस्त होना चाहिए. एंड उसके अलावा आपका जो एक्सपीरियंस है, आप क्लाइंट कर रहे हो यार, आप मतलब इट्स नो जोक.
Hmm.
Doing a client is a combination, like doing a client as in a makeup client, uh, and satisfying that client and leaving gracefully from that client's place is an art within itself.
True.
So, the kind of anxiety the client is in when the client is waiting for you,
Hmm.
and you know what kind of beautiful time management I have in my life. You must be aware of it. So, the kind of anxiety I find mostly go and find my client in, and
Hmm.
then making them believe everything will be fine and everything will be as beautiful as you are, willing it to be.
Hmm.
और उस तरीके के एक हैवी ड्यूटी एक एटमॉस्फेयर को ग्रेसफुली निपटा लेना, यही अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज होता है. सो आई हैव सीन पीपल विद ग्रेट क्राफ्ट इन देयर हैंड, but clients meeting them, and I have heard clients speaking like, I मजा नहीं आया यार, मतलब काम बहुत बढ़िया है, but still there is a lack of work that is seen.
Hmm.
तो वो मेरे ख्याल से आपका क्राफ्ट तो अच्छा होना ही चाहिए, क्योंकि देयर इज नो बहुत ज्यादा ब्रैकेट का डिफरेंस नहीं है उजमा. द काइंड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स XYZ मेकअप आर्टिस्ट आर यूजिंग, एंड ABC मेकअप आर्टिस्ट आर यूजिंग, मतलब हर तरीके का जो क्राइटेरिया है ना इस इंडस्ट्री के
Hmm.
अंदर, प्रोडक्ट्स ऑलमोस्ट सेम है.
Hmm.
पीपल आर ऑल अवेयर, पीपल आर ऑल लोग अपनी लैशेस खुद लगा लेते हैं, लोग अपनी आईब्रो स्केचिंग खुद कर लेते हैं. सो पीपल आर सो गुड ऑन देमसेल्व्स. तो अगर वो किसी मेकअप आर्टिस्ट को अपॉइंट करें, पहली बात तो भीड़ बहुत ज्यादा हो गई है. बस ये है कि लाइक एवरीबडी इज अ मेकअप आर्टिस्ट,
Hmm.
थोड़ा छोटा बड़ा, लेकिन एवरीबडी इज. सो इन दैट वे
Hmm.
क्राफ्ट थोड़ा सफर करता है, मतलब लाइक द
Hmm.
क्राफ्ट इज नॉट एज ग्रेट एज द काइंड ऑफ
Hmm.
नेम दे वांट और दे आर सीकिंग.
Right.
बहुत मेहनत की जरूरत है एक्चुअली. जैसे इफ आई ऑल्सो डिड नॉट डू अ कोर्स, आई असिस्टेड अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल, लाइक डे एंड नाइट आई वाज वर्किंग, आई वाज ऑन शूट्स, आई वाज ऑन लाइक
trainings.
व्हाट नॉट.
Hmm.
ट्रेनिंग्स वगैरह तो मैं एक अलग बात कर रही हूँ. ट्रेनिंग्स तो
Hmm.
ट्रेनिंग्स हैं. जब आप किसी को ट्रेन
Hmm.
भी कर रहे हो तो वो भी
Hmm.
ट्रेनिंग है, और जब आप खुद ट्रेनिंग ले रहे हो तो वो भी ट्रेनिंग है. लेकिन जब मैंने प्रोफेशनल ट्रेनिंग नहीं ली, विच मीन्स मैंने नहीं ली, and just assisting somebody, and assisting means you are on a job where you're not getting paid.
Hmm.
तो
Right.
उस तरीके से सीखना, and probably the longer route, but definitely a little better. I feel I am doing much better without doing a course. Had I
Hmm.
started with a course, my journey would have been different, and it
Hmm.
would not have been fun. I mean, मैं
Hmm.
होती नहीं. अगर मुझे कोर्स करके मेकअप आर्टिस्ट बनना होता तो शायद मैं मेकअप आर्टिस्ट ना बन पाती.
So you learned it the hard way, as you
Yeah,
say.
and I liked it that way.
Hmm. Cool, cool, cool. That's actually very nice because at the end of the day, fine, you are, a self-learned, if somebody becomes by
And then I
watching
have students
videos.
who come after doing courses. Like I have
Hmm.
students who would do a makeup course somewhere from renowned academies, and they would come to me that now we are here to polish our skills with you. So that is also very motivating. Somebody,
Hmm.
learning it from big places and then coming to me,
Hmm.
noticing that small polished sense of uh,
Makeup.
sense that I have towards my craft.
Hmm.
So that is also very very motivating, because जो एक क्लासिक तरीके की क्लासेस होती हैं उस तरीके की क्लासेस मैं नहीं लेती. So my way
Hmm.
of teaching is also very different, because I have learned to through that experience of teaching only.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that is what is the
Great, great.
USP.
Yes. So this is actually very nice because it like as we say ना कि हम जब बाय बुक्स पढ़ रहे हैं एक चीज और वो
Yes,
as we say book smart and street smart, so you have been a
right.
street smart person and you have learned it, you have jellified the ups and downs, and that's what you give as knowledge to your students who come and learn from you. One day I will also come and learn from you. Don't you
हे
worry.
हे हे बस अब मेरी इतनी भी तारीफ मत करो ना.
नो नो, आई डू दैट. तू मुझे पैसे भिजवाने वाली है ना
हाँ हाँ
इसलिए.
हाँ, यस. तुम्हारा बक्सा
Okay.
तुम्हारे तक पहुंच जाएगा.
Yo. Okay, so tell me, what are the common mistakes that people do when it comes to makeup? If you can, quickly
Choosing
give
the
some.
wrong colors, choosing all the wrong
Yeah.
colors for their skin.
Hmm.
So this is one very common thing that a lot of people do. Lot of people, the choda, a lot of makeup artists also do. Like
Hmm.
internal secret is a lot of makeup artists also do it, and sometimes we also end up doing it when there is a lack of light and all. So we also realize after the whole thing is done and lights वगैरह में difference पता चलता है. So in general, what I do is it is a tip also. Like I take my client outside, outside in
Oh.
some place where I can see my client in the daylight, so I can
Hmm.
see if I have done the right job or not. तो
Hmm.
लेकिन ये कॉमनली जो मेकअप आर्टिस्ट तो जो करते हैं वो करते हैं, लेकिन जो कॉमन लोगों में नजर आती है ना वो रॉन्ग फाउंडेशन की और रॉन्ग कंसीलर्स. लाइक चूजिंग द राइट कलर ऑफ कंसीलर इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि आप वो जो ग्रे वगैरह जो ये सब मेकअप होता है ना, ये सब रॉन्ग कलर्स की वजह से होता है. तो सबसे ज्यादा
Hmm.
मेजर फोपा जो हो जाता है वो इसकी वजह से हो जाता है, रॉन्ग कलर्स की वजह से. और उसके अलावा मेकअप से ज्यादा ना यही नॉट फॉलोइंग द करेक्ट रिजीम ऑफ देयर रेगुलर ब्यूटी क्लिनजिंग टोनिंग मॉइस्चराइजिंग या नाइट क्रीम. मतलब नाइट क्रीम
Hmm.
से लोग बहुत ज्यादा अनॉय हो जाते हैं कि कहीं ये indirectly if she's telling me that I'm old. No. So my sister has
Hmm.
been doing, Shubi has been using night cream since she was in her 20s, right?
Oh.
And
Hmm.
when she told me that I'm using sunscreen, well, I'm using this night cream and these products and I'm taking care of my skin, and I was like, man, you don't need it. But like immediately after that I realized that how wise of her.
Yes.
Yeah, so I
She has been
night
wiser among
products,
all three of us, I feel, despite being the
totally,
younger.
totally.
Yes.
Totally.
Hmm.
And
What
then
else?
yeah, so another very important normalization that I'm watching these days is uh, skin abuse has become very very common these days. Like normalize हो गया है कि अगेन वो टॉक्सिक सेल्फ लव है क्योंकि लोगों को इतना ज्यादा सूडो सेल्फ लव करने का आदत पड़ जाता है, थोड़ी बहुत नॉलेज इधर उधर से अपने फ्रेंड सर्कल से और पीयर से पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग का अगर पीयर में कोई हो ओवर पॉजिटिव और टॉक्सिक पॉजिटिविटी जो लोग फैला रहे होते हैं, तो लोग बहुत इतना नॉर्मलाइजेशन हो गया स्किन अब्यूज कि अगर फेस पे मेकअप है तो आप नहीं उतारेंगे, और आप कितने मतलब you know I also do it sometimes. I'm also coming back from some place and I feel so dead that I'm like आज ऐसा भी होता है कि लेंसेज भी लगे लगे सो जाती हूँ, मतलब मैं तो इतनी डेड कंडीशन के अंदर कभी कभी होती हूँ कि समटाइम्स आई फॉरगेट माई लेंसेज इन माई आईज एंड आई रियलाइज कि मैं सो गई, मैं आई वॉज नॉट इंटेंडिंग टू स्लीप बट आई स्लेप्ट.
Hmm.
मगर दिस शुड नॉट बिकम एन अब्यूजिव हैबिट ऑफ आस ऑफ नॉट
True.
लेट इट बी. है तो है, सो जाते हैं, थक गए हैं. अब आप ऑफिस से आके भी रोज मेकअप नहीं उतार पा रहे हैं या आप अपनी बीबी क्रीम नहीं उतार पा रहे हैं, तो वेरी सैड. या
Hmm. Agreed. And
या
I'm really liking the kind of authenticity that you have, Aisha, that you are accepting the things that you also goof up, because that really makes you so much relatable to people. And I feel that's how a lot of people who have been trained under you, like I can see so many people saying, you are my inspiration, love you, Aisha ma'am, Asha
really,
ma'am
why
also.
can't really he was calling me Asha. You are my
There
Asha.
was so that's there. So I understand, because you are very honest enough in sharing what you did wrong and what you even do. So it's like, it's not like showing yourself to be larger than life. And I feel, as coaches also, we say this thing that Nanaji and I, we often tell in our trainings also, ki we keep coaching each other. When I'm going through something emotional and I need some clarity, I would go to her and have a coaching session with her, and vice versa. When she was going through some kind of turmoil, I was there to coach her. So yeah, that's important. We all do our bits of goof ups, but then we know how to rise and then move forward. That's
Right.
wonderful. One quick question here, Aisha: who is you are favorite of so many, I can see so many comments, but who is your favorite makeup artist?
Mine is Meera Sakrani any day because of
Hmm.
the originality that I feel. I have met her once, like long back, some few years back, 10 years back maybe, or maybe 9 years
Hmm.
back. So, but I find her very original. It's just her makeup style is perfect. It's that I love what she does on her clients. It just looks so beautiful, and the authenticity that she,
Portrays.
that I can see on the social media as an audience, as a
So
fan.
Gulati Jyoti has also said that she's my favorite too. Such a beautiful soul.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
हम्म एंड अब क्वेश्चंस बहुत सारे हो गए आयशा, मतलब बहुत हैवी हैवी क्वेश्चंस हो गए. एक झटपट रैपिड फायर हो जाए थोड़ा सा. लेट मी सी योर क्विक नॉलेज हियर. सो व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू, आई एम गोइंग टू नेम सम पार्ट्स ऑफ माय फेस or maybe body, and you have to tell which is your go to product or favorite product that you use for that, right?
Okay.
Okay, so I start with eyes.
Lenses, contact lenses, very important. Lashes.
Okay, lips.
Mm, I
You can
might
name
not
some
be right
brand
with
also.
all the pronunciations. Yeah,
Hmm.
the makeup products are very difficult to pronounce, by the way. For lips,
Hmm.
there's a beautiful highlighter from YSL. It's beautiful, beautiful. So for lips,
Hmm.
yes.
Hmm.
And in lip colors, I love everything.
Okay. Eyebrows.
Anastasia.
Okay. Nose. If there is something,
There's nothing for nose as such.
maybe
Good
what kind of
techniques.
nose? What kind of nose ring or nose pin do you prefer? Nose pin
I
or
have
nose
got a
ring?
twin nose pin.
Oh, that's cool. What about nails?
Mm,
Self-obsessed studio
yeah.
for your nails.
I am one person who would always, mostly you will find me like this, like no nails.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, great. And what about hair? Which product is your favorite for hair?
So there used to be a product from Kerastase Boucle Diya. It was a lovely product, but it discontinued here in India. And apart from that, there is a beautiful brand, upcoming
Hmm.
brand called 18 Professional, which
Hmm.
is very good. I'm kind
Okay.
of being biased here, but the product is
Okay.
actually good. It's amazing.
Hmm. And okay, quick, choose one. Straight hair, curly hair.
Wavy,
Okay. Okay. Matte or velvety lipstick.
velvety, no mats.
Mhm. Blue or black lenses. I think you'll choose something else, I feel.
Blue and black. Do we have black lenses, by the way?
I mean, black eyes. I
Oh,
meant. Okay, blue or brown.
yeah.
Hazel, hazel.
Brown, hazel, yeah.
Yeah.
Hazel,
I knew
any
you
day.
will not choose blue. I've never seen you in blue
No, never.
lenses. Hmm.
Never do I use it for my clients also. Like,
Hmm.
very rare, very rare, very rare.
Okay. And now we're almost at the end. Okay, one last. What is the one product that you you do not move out of your house that's there in your bag always?
Uh, well, I wish I could move and show the back to you, but then I will not do it.
It's okay. Yeah.
It's very dangerous.
So
So,
just tell us.
yeah, so we have a lip balm from Oriflame, or is it? Yeah, so it's called Tender Care. It's
Hmm.
beautiful.
Okay. And we are almost at the end of our session, and I don't know where. I mean, we have mostly have it for 45 minutes. You won't realize we have almost completed an hour listening to you. It's
Yes.
such a pleasure and it's such a lovely, experience listening to you. So, just quick, we would like you to, there are so many young audience who are listening to us who aspire to be makeup professionals and want to get that, resilience and grit in them also, like you, to be able to follow this path, which is an unconventional profession. So, what 5 tips would you give to our young audience, Aisha?
Very quick, very quick. Just be yourself, okay?
Hmm,
Because that is the best that you can be.
I agree.
There is a song I would like to just quickly sing.
Hmm.
Okay, whatever. Daylight perfection. So,
You forgot. It's okay. Hmm.
so even if you are a colorist, or if you are a
Hmm.
makeup artist, or if you have anything to do with colors,
Hmm.
make sure that you practice, and you practice more in daylight. Sun is your best
Hmm.
friend. Try to understand the colors, the way things react in sun, and how your colors turn out in sun. So daylight perfection, like go for daylight perfection. Record your skills. Always record your skills. I have been really bad at recording things. So this is one lesson that I have learned from a place of lack. I am not a person
Hmm.
who records a lot. I'm not a person who, you know, I'm not able to make a lot of what do you call it, content. लेकिन आप जितना
Hmm.
record करोगे आपके पास उतना content होगा. So you'll be able to do it better on social media. Then
Great. Hmm.
one very most very very important is consider yourself a learner always.
Hmm.
That's it.
Agreed. And one question here I'm just adding because it will add to and can be a beautiful culmination, Aisha. One audience asked Archie Mamta Singh that tell me one thing that keeps you going after spending a decade in this industry, because every industry has the goods and the bads also. A lot of pressure is there in your industry. I have seen you travel so much. I mean, I used to feel yaar ye bandi basson ke dhakke kha ke bhi ja rahi hai and
Can
doing
you
so
repeat the
much.
question quickly? Can you
Yeah,
repeat
yeah,
the
I will.
question?
The question is, Aisha, that you went off from that phone. I mean, hello, hello. One second. Hello. Can you rejoin that link from that phone? The other one? Yeah. The question was that, one audience asked that, tell me one thing that keeps you going after spending a decade in this industry. What is that one thing that keeps you going, despite the fact that, you have seen all the pressure, the ups and downs? I have seen you in that pressure so much, traveling through buses, this, that, एक जगह भाग के गई, वहीं से दूसरी जगह जाना पड़ रहा है, so much.